How does contrast detection autofocus work in photography? Imagine trying to find the perfect focus in a busy scene. Your camera has a clever way of doing this by looking at how sharp the image already is. When you press the shutter button halfway, the camera's autofocus system kicks in. Contrast detection autofocus works by measuring the differences in brightness between neighboring pixels on the camera's sensor. The goal is to find the point where these differences are the greatest, which usually means the image is the sharpest. The camera starts by making a small adjustment to the lens focus. It then checks the sensor to see if the contrast has increased or decreased. If the contrast gets better, the camera continues moving the lens in that same direction. If it gets worse, it reverses and moves back. This back and forth process repeats many times, each time trying to find the highest contrast point. When the contrast stops increasing, the camera assumes it has found the best focus. Contrast detection autofocus does not predict where to focus. It simply tests and adjusts. This means it can take a little longer to lock onto a subject, especially if the scene has little contrast. For example, a plain white wall or a blue sky offers few edges or textures for the camera to detect. Without enough contrast, the autofocus might hunt back and forth, trying to find the sharpest point. This method is most common in mirrorless cameras and compact digital cameras, especially during live view mode. It is very accurate for static scenes because it relies on the actual image data. When you are shooting still objects or in a studio, contrast detection autofocus can give you very precise results. However, because it moves the lens repeatedly to find the maximum contrast, it can be slower than other autofocus types. It also struggles in low light conditions where contrast is limited. But when the scene has enough contrast, it works very well, providing sharp, clear focus. In photography, understanding how contrast detection autofocus works helps you choose the right mode for your shot. If you are taking pictures of still objects or in controlled environments, this autofocus mode can deliver very accurate results. Just remember, it works by continuously adjusting the lens to maximize contrast, which makes it reliable but sometimes a bit slow.